Our next patient is dealing with hypernatremia. And hypernatremia is a condition where the sodium level in the blood is greater than 145 milliequivalents per liter. And we've got a lot of associated external environmental issues that can trigger this experience. And one of them is environmental heat. So sometimes these people have been in situations where they've been exposed to long periods of hot, dry weather. And my fascination for a good cactus or two is coming into play here. So we find that these individuals are weak. Very often they might be downright exhausted. And they have a classic experience of what I'm going to call cat tongue, where their tongue becomes very dry, sometimes sticky or tacky with mucus, and then becomes very rough. So not pleasant at all, no enjoyment going on. So a lot of nausea, and right along with being weak, they're going to have changes in their neurologic and neuromuscular conduction. You might have tremors. One of the things we know they get is elevated deep tendon reflexes. So think of the patellar reflex being overreactive in this case. So when you go to check that, you want to stand back so you don't get a
boot to the head.
In terms of their cardiac function, these folks have heart rates that are quite high. Rapid heart rate, which always increases the chance for irregularity. And anytime that's going on, you have risk for cardiac events such as arrest. Their blood pressure, interestingly enough, is high. Their kidneys are not putting out very much urine at all. On the other hand, they're losing water through watery diarrhea. And a way to show that here. Okay. We need frequent neurologic checks because they tend to be confused, maybe even having hallucinations leading to conditions such as seizure and even coma. So not very comfortable at all. So what's to be done with these folks? Well, in terms of the nursing action, we're going to restrict dietary sources of sodium and any other hidden sources such as those in medications, even over-the-counter medication products. Now, if a client has high sodium with hypovolemia, the treatment will be with rehydrating solutions such as normal saline to correct the intravascular deficit. But if the patient has high sodium with hypervolemia, we're going to continue removing sources of sodium while we administer diuretics and replace water as needed, very often with isotonic solutions. As always, close monitoring of intake, output, daily weights, and being sure that a safe environment is maintained is critical for these folks.